Today is day one of my first ever trip to Franklin, Tennessee, visiting the Ramsey headquarters, and I'm super excited. I'm actually going to vlog the whole experience, none of the breakthroughs I'm going to have on this conference. So I'm going to what's called Enrichment, which is a really great place to grow my practice, grow my motivation for reaching people. I'm super excited. It's 6:30 a.m. It's going to be a 4-day trip. Come along with me on the journey. So recording myself in public makes me super uncomfortable, but hey, it's a little bit of a challenge that I'm going to take on this next trip, and hopefully it pushes me outside my comfort zone too. All right, so we are at the Drury Hotel, and this is part of what makes Enrichment special. Being able to converse with all these coaches and get a network, meet really cool people. One of the breakthroughs I've had was when it comes to business, when it comes to life, you can do two things with every opportunity you have. You can win or you can learn. There is no failing, there is no losing. Every single wasted effort, wasted time, lost client, lost money is a learning opportunity. As scary and hurtful as it is, that's what business is about. And so being able to reflect on that with a group of coaches here is refreshing to know that we're not alone in this whole business journey. If you're watching this video, you're not alone either. So good morning. So it is day 2 of my Tennessee adventures. Today, headed to get some coffee with some coaching friends I just made. And we're gonna go to Ramsey Solutions later today, have a tour around Tennessee. Today is actually day 1 of Enrichment. So one of the things I've been trying to work on and getting better at is recording in public spaces like this. Get out of my comfort zone, step into those new habits, those new things, so that I could be more comfortable on camera talking to you, talking to myself. I'm in a hotel lobby. There's probably like 10, 15 people here, and getting over like that people don't really care what I'm doing. This is for me, this is for my growth. Able to get uncomfortable and be okay with that, and stop getting in my head about what people are thinking, how people are looking at me. So yeah. It is so exhausting, but in the best way. Enrichment hasn't even started. It actually starts in like an hour, technically. I just got back to the hotel after another couple hours at the Ramsey headquarters for another live showing. I got to meet a lot of really cool coaches while I was there. But I'm telling you, I'm an introvert. I like to try to have energy on videos like this and conversations, but man, I need a break. So I am actually jotting down some notes that I got on developing my business and developing how I am as a coach, learning from a lot more of these seasoned coaches on how they're able to be effective. One of the biggest things I notice with the experienced coaches is just their level of humility. You could just feel it oozing out of their pores. The questions they ask, the amount that they just care about me and my business and just other people. I want to strive to be like that. So I actually wasn't gonna record a video like this, but it's been weighing on me. This is just being vulnerable, being real with what this coaching journey looks like. I don't know if I'm gonna post this, and if I do, you guys get to see the behind the scenes of this well put together financial coach. One of the things I've just been realizing is that I have been incredibly arrogant in my coaching practice, thinking I know it all just because I know the technical language and all this stuff. But as I'm talking to some of these more experienced coaches, not only are they extremely humble and way more successful, way more skilled in all things content creation, coaching, sales, marketing, I realize like I'm ashamed of a lot of the things I've done in my business, a lot of the ways I've talked to people and viewed people. Honestly, it kind of makes me feel like a fraud. And I know a lot of people talk about that in their business, that they feel like an imposter, but I think for me it's been more than that. It's been like, I've truly questioned if this is right for me. I truly question if like I am fit to help people with their money. Just some of the personal stuff going on in my life and my own personal finances. I've made mistakes, and I just made a mistake in terms of the risk I took on in the business. Counter to what I tell other people to do, I still did it, and I'm learning firsthand what that experience is. I am living the experience of my clients with the stress of not having a fully funded emergency fund, or the stress of not being 100% in agreement with decisions in personal finance. I'm just as much human as whoever's watching this video, and I make mistakes, and as much as I want to be the perfect person, the solution to everyone's problem, that's unrealistic, and it's hard. It's humbling, and it's hard to acknowledge that and accept it. It's scary going down there, putting a happy face on like I'm this happy, great coach. But honestly, it's hard, and I know a lot of business owners will feel it too. I'm grateful for where I'm at. I'm grateful for the relationships, and I'm trying to keep as positive as I can for events like this. But man, it is expensive. It is expensive to have these opportunities, and the risk isn't zero. The results aren't guaranteed. So on the positive side, the results speak for themselves for the amount of work I put in. And that's what it's about. Actually putting in the work and finding a solution when there is no choice to quit. So I don't know what I'm getting out of this, kind of like a rant, but hopefully if this ever gets posted, that you are learning from my mistake and approaching this whole thing with humility, with just growth, and being supported in some of those low times, even if it's by myself in a hotel room with a camera. So hopefully if this ever gets posted, I'm already successful, or at least successful in terms I consider today in 2024. But yeah, I could look back on this and show the world, show anyone who wants to know what business looks like, that it's hard and it's discouraging, and it reveals a lot about me that I don't want to accept sometimes. So, well, that's it. Back to the trip, and hopefully feel a lot more uplifted, a lot more encouraged. Today is day 2 of Enrichment, and today is going to be an action-packed, content-heavy, development-heavy business development day. Full day of content, get to meet a few of the personalities, and I'm really excited. I have so much to share with you about some of the reception interactions I had last night, but man, I was just so tired after that. We stayed up until like 12 midnight, just having really great conversation. And tonight is the RPC party, and I don't think we will really record what we're learning today, but I'll tell you my breakthroughs. So we're at the Ramsey Event Center for Enrichment. We're gonna have some cool conversations and a lot of learning, a lot of soaking in all what coaching is about, the mission, the values, and all of that. Yeah, I'm excited and nervous and overwhelmed, and yeah, this is pretty insane. So hopefully I can end up on that stage someday. So we just got done with our first session, and this is the outside of the new Ramsey Event Center. Looks pretty good, I think. We got to hear from Dave Ramsey this morning, some powerful messages about courage in the face of fear, in the face of doubt, failures, haters. Absolutely impactful for a lot of the stuff I'm even personally going through, and I know a lot of coaches are too, that sometimes we feel like frauds. Sometimes we feel like we're not doing enough in our business, and especially when the hater comments come in, close and far, family members, friends, strangers, all of it, it's hard, it's challenging. There's a good reminder, a lot of really great storytelling. One of the things I've been working on is public speaking and camera presence and stuff like this, and being able to observe the master himself deliver such an amazing keynote. It's incredible, and it makes me realize there's an insane skill gap that I continually see. But hey, it's possible. If they can do it, there is a way. We just have to put the work in to actually do it. One of the biggest breakthroughs I've had is just the uplifting motivation, inspiration to reignite that passion for financial coaching. I was getting in a rut yesterday, but hearing that the work I do needs to get done by someone, and if I give up, then that leaves how many more people without the help that they can get. And so, not to let the haters, no matter how close or how far they are from you, impact the confidence I should have on stages, and just kind of overcoming myself and my own limiting beliefs. Yeah. Oh, this is Johnny.
This is the guy. What's up?
Yeah.
How's it
hey,
going?
Johnny.
How y'all doing?
Pretty cool dude.
Hey, Mom. I don't know if you're watching, but this is a good guy, man. Good coach.
I appreciate it.
Fresh out. What, a year and a half, you said?
About a year and a half, yeah.
Crushing it. Call this guy, man. He'll change your life, dude. He's a great guy.
It.
He's documenting all this so that you guys can see
for those
he's doing.
From Enrichment and who didn't get to go. So you live vicariously through.
He's investing in himself so he can invest in your future.
Yeah.
So give this guy a call. He's awesome.
Cool. All right, getting ready for the RPC party, casino night, whatever. That's tonight. So we're going to have some fun. Maybe play some poker. I don't know. I don't play cards. So, yeah, just got looking a little nice. So I was playing blackjack for the first time in a while with all these amazing people. Miss Kathleen, who is the best dealer in the house. This is actually really cool. It's it's really fancy stuff going on over here. This is wild. Day 3 of Enrichment. Last night had some really great conversation, but man, I was so tired. Like, you can hear me, I'm just like, oh my goodness, my voice is cracking like a teenage boy because I've been talking so much. But so got some tips for public speaking and what I'm doing in September. Got a lot of really great tips on some things I'm going to change in my coaching program, how I'm going to offer my prices, and ultimately how I'm going to serve my clients and hopefully serve them well. Man, I sound so tired. The Ramsey RPC event, that casino night, was so fancy. All the little hors d'oeuvres and the drinks and the event, and I walked away with a little prize. Yeah. Bose Quiet Comfort headphones. Like, I've been wanting these for like 2 years, and I actually have them now. It's surreal, and I felt guilty, to be honest. I felt guilty winning them, and so I just, to compromise, I paid it forward, made a new friend, and so I gave that new friend an extra phone that I had that I wasn't using. We've been taking a bus from the hotel to Ramsey Event Center every day for enrichment, reception, all of that stuff. And it's a really fun time getting to connect with other coaches, get to know them as people, instead of just, sitting there in a car by ourselves. Same Wednesday, Thursday, 4. This is day 3 of enrichment, the second full day of content. Absolutely changed the amount of work it takes to be successful, and the type of work, to not just like necessarily throw stuff at the wall all the time, but be organized, have systems, and be intentional with the actions you take in your business. Like, there are a lot of things that I was doing that needed to be pruned, a lot of non-productive, non-revenue generating activities, and I'm thinking if I just spend more time in my business, that I'll be more successful. But it's about how I spend the time that I have, because you can build a successful practice with just 20 hours a week, 10 hours a week, 5 hours a week, if you're doing the right activities. And so now going into business after this, that's a big focus of mine. Do the activities that matter. Wrapping up with our break, first couple sessions for this morning were absolute tearjerkers. I was bawling my eyes out with some of the questions, the content. Rachel, John, all of them were so great with delivery of their content. And this is what it's about. These in-person events, it's not just about the content you're learning and the relationships you're building, but the impact of the room, of the even the music, just the experience, to really tap into some of those areas that you may not even realize. Like some of those questions about about marriage, about relationships, how it all functions with a business or with what you're wanting to do with clients. Like, I had questions I wanted to ask on that stage, and I probably would have been crying my eyes out. And I'm glad everyone else did that. Everyone else asked the questions for me, and it's really impactful. I'm definitely gonna walk out of this event different coach, different business owner, different husband and dad, honestly, and different person. So, like, this is not just a business event. We call it enrichment for a reason, that your whole journey is enriched. So about to head back in. So we're taking headshots today. We got the soft lights and all that stuff over there. So we have broke for lunch. They got a whole new set of food trucks here, different than yesterday. It looks like they got some Philly cheesesteak, fish fry, that steaming goat. Breakout room was great. Monster goals, big, hairy, audacious goals that I want to set. What I hope to get after all of this stuff is by this time next year, if I can grow the business, get consistently $10,000 months, that's my scary goal, to be honest. Right now, as it is, I have zero cash to put back into the business, which is my own doing, but I can't afford enrichment next year today. But if I can, over the next few months, I would love to. If there's still spots for the VIP experience, I think that'd be really cool too. Honestly, trying to the work in, do the actual dirty work that no one likes to do. Find enjoyment in that. It's just hard. It's hard, discouraging. The constant rejection is hard. Continuing to push myself. Like, I'm out here. This is what, day 4 of Nashville, and I'm recording myself out here talking like normal. And there are people here, so it's working. The reps are working. I just got to keep putting them in, and then I'll edit this. And I met this dude named JC, and turns out he's actually a pretty big content creator, and I was a little intimidated, but that's part of it. Getting in new rooms, new circles, and as a result, growing, finding new community, finding new accountability. Yeah, just learning from one another. One of the things they were talking about today was imposter syndrome, identity, all that stuff. And I would say that it's been a big struggle that I've been overcoming this trip. So today was really good for that, especially because I am going into rooms that are intimidating, with people with bigger followings and bigger incomes and better lives and better marriages and all this stuff. And it's hard, but this is what business looks like. It's not perfect, and hardly ever is perfect. And I saw that today with a lot of the questions that they had going on. So I'm gonna wrap this up because I am starving. We are flying out today. Gonna return the car, it's like 3:40 a.m. But yeah, it's really been an amazing trip, and I can't wait to do all these brain dumps. So it's time to say goodbye to Franklin, Tennessee. It was a great trip to Ramsey Solutions. Way exceeded my expectations, and I thought I had some pretty high expectations. Getting to see the live show, getting to interact with the community, the culture. I've had a lot of not just business breakthroughs, but personal breakthroughs throughout this trip. And I think that's what I needed. What I need to see in my business growth, in my operations, and all of that stuff. On this trip, I made a lot of really great relationships, not only as like peers in business, but also mentors, people to look up to, the people to compete with, and it really reset my expectations about what a successful business looks like. I would say I did a pretty good job on overcoming some of the insecurities of recording in a public space like this, talking to myself like a crazy person. I'm about to fly back out. This is it for my trip. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. With that being said, see you in the next one. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. I hope you got a nugget of information or a breakthrough that'll help you on your journey. And if you want more content like this, go ahead and click over here for more videos, or over here to subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next one.